So you can just stick that bad boy in there. And hey guys, welcome here to the Blacksmith. So today we're gonna be jumping right back into making the 1913 Blackhawk hatchets. And the last, when I was picking it up, I was gonna start making these and realized the tooling wasn't quite set up right. So we've been rebuilding the tooling, getting that set up. Let's jump right into it. Thanks for being here, super appreciate it. Martin is working on the tooling here for the new tooling for the upsetter. I'm gonna take this out and start working on the punch drift. It's actually gonna become a slitter. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but let's get it out. So we're scrapping this, we're making a new one of that. It's gonna look different. And I'm actually gonna make this now, this is a drift currently, so it's not piercing the steel. And I'm gonna change that into a slitter. This is the first piece that Martin's made. It's looking pretty cool. So this is the tooling here that Martin actually made this. So we got it all set up here. We're gonna give it the first run, which is super, super exciting. Check out this new setup here on this side. I'm trying this for the first time, so I actually, instead of having like threaded rods for adjustment for the billet to get it centered on the slitter, this is all sitting down, just so you know. This will go up, so this piece of steel will slide in here. Typically I'm doing that with adjustments, but instead on this one we welded hard stops on, and for tuning it, I'm actually gonna move the bottom part in relation to the top slitter. I think it might work a little bit better. We're gonna find out. I also felt like we needed to talk about the what's going on here. There's just a lot of comments about, Tim, why are you welding onto your machine and stuff like that? What's going on with why I'm welding these things onto the upsetter? I don't really feel like talking about it, so briefly, in a nutshell, I'm not actually welding the tooling onto the upsetter. It's these clamps, we make them up. They sit on here, just like this. The reason I'm welding them on, briefly, this setup here and this setup here are not welded on because these toolings are extremely close to how the upsetter was designed to be used, and they work great like that. The reason I'm welding the slitter on is because the upsetter was not designed to be used in an up motion. So the slitter is pulling out of the steel when it goes up, and that pulls the plate out. Basically, that's the nutshell of it. I could talk more and more. Let's just keep going. I hope that makes sense. I'm not abusing the machine. I am using it not how it's intended, so that does create some unique situations. Just wanted to show you, this is the first one off, and I am just 100% floored about how great this looks. So good. It didn't clear the slug, which is unfortunate. We'll play with that though. That might happen with better heat control. Nevertheless, deadly centered, super smooth. Really happy with that. What's super nice is you have the visibility on this side to see what's going on. Super enjoy that. I'm just super, super positive right now. Everything is just super, super great. So what's going on here is because we've changed things around a little bit around the end of our rope with our drifts, I got to make a new drift up. These are consumables, and what I'd like to do now that we're starting to slowly figure everything out, I actually want to set up some tooling that I can make drifts really quickly with some dies, closed die forging basically. Now I'm at the point where I could probably make that. But anyways, I'm going to make one off today just to get these 12 axes through, and then we'll pick up making more tooling on the next batch. I was given this jackhammer bit, and they're usually made out of S7 tool steel. Don't know that, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna cut that up and make a drift out of that. It's kind of too bad because that is a sweet shape. Maybe I should think about that. That'd be nice to keep. I'm gonna use this instead. I'm gonna save that. Let's cut this thing off and get it. Actually, I'm not even gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna go for it. Dude, check this thing out. Is it a sword we're making or is it an axe drift? Look at that bad boy. It's kind of funny because it was perfectly centered on the jackhammer bit. So you could just stick that bad boy in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off, try to get 2 drifts out of it. So last week we visited my friend Brandon, Smoking Guns Coffee Roaster. He does roasting, just opened the shop in Chilliwack. Anyways, I bought a bag and I said for the first person who guessed age of when I started blacksmithing correctly, I'm gonna send it to, and the winner is Kevin Dixon. So I'm gonna send him that bag of coffee. Thank you to all of you who have been pounding away age brackets and stuff. That's awesome. We'll make sure to do something else like that in the near future. Thank you so much for watching. Super appreciate it. Would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, keep the forge lit, hey?